My dear children, draw near and listen closely, for I am here with you. Imagine the hush of a quiet chapel at dawn. The soft glow of altar candles flickers in the stillness. A gentle chime rings from a distant bell tower, its sound echoing like a heartbeat of eternity. Sunlight streams through stained glass, casting colors of heaven across the stone floor. In that sacred hush, I whisper to you now, you are safe in my presence. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Even as storms rage outside, I hold you in a place of peace. Just as a lighthouse stands unmoved by crashing waves, so do I stand unmoved, steady, and faithful. The seas may roar, the winds may howl, but my light cuts through the darkness. And my light, my dear children, is for you. Stay with me in this moment, linger here in my presence, and know that you are home. I know the storms that have surrounded your life. I know the sudden trials that swept in like a flood when you least expected them. I know the sleepless nights, the anxious heartbeats, the tears that you hid. My dear children, I am not blind to your pain. I have watched over you even when you thought you were drowning. And I tell you now, I am your refuge. I am your fortress. I am the strong tower that cannot be shaken. You can run to me and find shelter. You can hide under my wings until the tempest passes. The purpose of this time together is to remind you of my unchanging love and to call your heart back to peace. As you listen, let go of every burden you are carrying. Place it in my hands. Feel the weight lift from your shoulders as you remain with me. For I am the God who heals, the God who restores, the God who strengthens the weary and binds up the brokenhearted. My dear children, hear my promise. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. This word from Psalm 46:1 has never ceased to be true. When the storm rises suddenly, when the ground beneath you shakes, when life feels uncertain and fragile, remember this unshakable truth. I am not far. I am not delayed. I am not powerless. I am your refuge, your shelter, your fortress in the day of distress. Think of the lighthouse by the sea. The waves may rise and crash against it with fury, but the stone tower remains. Its light continues to shine, guiding sailors through darkness and storm. That, my children, is who I am for you. I am the light in the night, the tower unbroken, the voice calling you to safety. Though the storm rages, my foundation does not move. When fear grips your heart, remember how I calmed the storm with a word. When despair whispers in your ear, remember how I raised the broken and gave them new life. When you feel unworthy or forgotten, recall the cross, where my love was written in blood and sealed forever. Nothing, not even death, can separate you from my love. My dear children, I see the storms that frighten you. I see the sudden crisis, the doctor's report, the financial strain, the broken relationship, the sleepless nights of worry. But I tell you again, my arms are open. Come into my refuge. Let the rain fall outside, for inside my presence you will find warmth, safety, and calm. Listen to the rhythm of peace I place within you. Like the calm after a storm, like the still water after waves have subsided, I quiet your heart. As it is written, be still and know that I am God. Let stillness cover you now. Breathe deeply of my spirit. Release every fear into my hands. Rest in the certainty that I will not leave you nor forsake you. My dear children, I have walked with you through every valley. You may not have always seen me, but my footsteps were beside yours. I carried you when you were weak. I guarded you when danger drew near. I held your tears as treasures. I have counted every sleepless night, every sigh of pain, every hidden hurt, and through it all I have remained your fortress. Do not be afraid of tomorrow's storm, for I am already there. Do not tremble at the wind, for I hold it in my hand. Do not shrink back from the darkness, for my light shines within you. You are never alone, never abandoned, never without hope. Picture again the lighthouse in the storm. The waves roar, the wind howls, but the light shines on, unmoved, unbroken. That is my love for you. No matter what crashes against you, my light will never fade. And just as sailors fix their eyes on the lighthouse to find their way home, fix your eyes on me. I will guide you through the storm to safe shores. My dear children, let your heart be at peace now. I speak calm over you. I speak hope into your darkness. I speak life into your weary soul. My presence surrounds you like a fortress wall. My love covers you like a sheltering roof. My spirit refreshes you like living water. Remain in me, and let not your heart be troubled. My dear children, do you see how storms come without warning? One moment, the sky is calm and clear. The next, dark clouds gather, winds rise, and rain pours down in torrents. Life often feels this way, sudden and overwhelming. You did not expect the phone call, the news, the loss, the burden that pressed upon your shoulders. It came quickly, like a wave you could not prepare for. But I, your father, was not surprised. I saw the storm forming long before it reached you. And because I am your refuge, I made a way for you to be carried through it. When the waves crash, I am your anchor. When the wind howls, I am your shelter. When darkness blinds you, I am your guiding light. My dear children, I do not promise you a life without storms, but I promise you my presence in every storm. I promise you safety within my embrace. I promise you strength to endure and peace that the world cannot take away. Remember the words spoken long ago. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge. This promise remains true for you today. You can lean on me when your strength fails. You can run to me when fear chases you. You can hide in me when chaos surrounds you. And when you rest in my arms, you will know what it means to be truly secure. Picture yourself standing on a cliff above the sea. The storm rages below, waves hurl themselves at the rocks, thunder shakes the sky, lightning flashes across the dark. Yet there you stand, untouched, because I have built a strong tower around you. The stones of that tower are my promises. The roof above you is my unending mercy. The foundation beneath you is my everlasting faithfulness. No wave can tear it down, no storm can topple it, for I myself am your fortress. My dear children, some of you are weary from fighting storms on your own. You have tried to row against the waves, to keep your head above water with your own strength. You have battled fear with human courage and tried to mend brokenness with your own hands. But I ask you now to release it all into my care. Lay down your oars, stop striving against the tide, and let me carry you. For my strength is made perfect in your weakness, and my grace is enough for you. I see how your heart has cried out for rescue. I have heard every whispered prayer, every groan too deep for words. I have not turned my face away. My dear children, even when you felt abandoned, I was nearer than your breath. When you thought your prayers were lost in the wind, I was bending close to listen. When you thought the night would never end, I was preparing the dawn. Hear my voice now. Do not be afraid. Fear may roar like the ocean, but it is powerless against my hand. Anxiety may shake like the storm, but it cannot uproot the tree planted by my streams of living water. Worry may shout loudly in your mind, but I speak louder still, declaring peace, hope, and life over you. Think of Noah in the ark, surrounded by endless waters. Though the floods covered the earth, I kept him safe within the vessel I had prepared. So I keep you safe within my love. The waters may rise, but they cannot overcome you. The storm may last, but it will not destroy you. For I am the one who commands the flood to recede and the rainbow to shine again. My dear children, I know some of you have been battered by storms for so long that you have forgotten the warmth of sunlight. You wonder if peace will ever come, if joy will ever return. I tell you now, hold on, for the storm will not last forever. Even as the rain falls, I am preparing clear skies. Even as the winds howl, I am speaking stillness. Even as the clouds darken, my light is waiting to break through. The lighthouse shines because the darkness cannot extinguish it. In the same way, my spirit within you shines brighter than every shadow. Do not let despair blind you to my light. Fix your eyes upon me, and you will see hope rise again. My dear children, storms often reveal where your heart is anchored. If your hope rests in fleeting things, the storm will sweep them away. But if your hope rests in me, you will remain unshaken. So let the storm drive you deeper into my love. Let it teach you to cling to my word, to trust my promises, to seek my face. For when the storm passes, and it will, you will stand stronger, rooted in faith, refined like gold through the fire. I know your human heart longs for control. You want to chart your course, to predict the weather, to secure your own safety. But I call you to a greater peace, the peace of trusting me completely. Trust that I know the path even when you cannot see it. Trust that I hold you even when your strength fails. Trust that my plans for you are good, even when the present moment feels uncertain. My dear children, rest in me now. Let the sound of the storm outside remind you of the greater stillness I place within. Let the crashing waves remind you of the solid rock on which you stand. Let the roar of thunder remind you of my voice, which speaks power and peace. And let the flickering of the lightning remind you of the light of my presence, which will always pierce the darkness. Take comfort in this truth. You are never outside my refuge. Whether the storm is within or without, whether it is fierce or subtle, whether it comes from others or from your own heart, I am your safe place. Come to me and find shelter. Come to me and be renewed. Come to me and find the peace that the storm cannot take away. My dear children, I bless you with my peace now, like a soft blanket upon weary shoulders. Let my peace settle upon you. Like oil poured gently over the head, let my peace flow over you. Flow. Like the stillness of dawn after a long night of rain, let my peace rise in your heart. For I am your refuge and strength, your very present help in trouble. My dear children, storms are not only found in the sky or on the sea. Many of the fiercest storms rage within your own heart. Worries swell like waves, doubts strike like thunder, regrets flash like lightning, and pain lashes against your soul like driving rain. I know the storms within you, for I see every hidden corner of your heart. I know the memories that haunt you, the fears that whisper in the night, the loneliness that follows you in silence. Yet I tell you this, even these inward storms cannot drown you, for I am the one who speaks peace into the depths of your soul. Do you remember when my son spoke to the raging waters of Galilee? He stood in the boat, waves crashing, wind roaring, disciples trembling in fear, but with a word he silenced the sea. "Peace, be still," he commanded, and the storm obeyed. My dear children, that same voice speaks into your life now. I whisper over your chaos. Peace, be still. I command your heart to rest, your fears to quiet, your thoughts to find stillness. The storms within you bow to my authority, for I am the Lord over wind and wave, the master of all creation. I want you to understand, my dear children, that storms are not signs of my absence. They are moments when I draw closer to you. For when the sky darkens, your eyes lift to search for light. When the winds rise, your heart seeks an anchor. When the waves overwhelm, you cry out for help. And I, your loving Father, am already there. In the storm, you discover that your true refuge is not the strength of your own arms, but the shelter of mine. Some of you wonder why I allow storms at all. You ask, if you love me, why not keep the skies always clear? My dear children, I know what you do not yet see. Without the storm, you would not learn the depth of my faithfulness. Without the rain, you would not taste the sweetness of renewal. Without the waves, you would not know the strength of my hand that holds you above them. The storm refines, the storm teaches, the storm anchors your soul in what cannot be shaken. Do not see it as punishment, see it as preparation, for even in the fiercest storm I am shaping you into a vessel of strength and beauty. Think of a tree standing on a hillside. The winds batter its branches, the rains drench its roots, the storms come year after year. Yet each storm drives its roots deeper into the soil, making it stronger, unshakable. So it is with you, my dear children. Every storm that comes against you drives your roots deeper into my word, deeper into my love, deeper into trust. And when the storm passes, you stand taller, your faith unmovable, your soul anchored in me. I also remind you, storms are not eternal. They come and go, but I remain forever. Just as the night gives way to dawn, just as winter yields to spring, so too every storm has its appointed end. You may not see the horizon now, but I do. You may not see the rainbow waiting beyond the clouds, but I have already prepared it. Endure a little longer, my dear children, and you will see my faithfulness written across the sky of your life. Do not mistake the roar of the storm for the silence of my love. Even when you cannot hear my voice above the thunder, I am speaking. Even when you cannot see my hand through the rain, I am working. Even when you cannot feel my nearness in the dark, I am holding you. My dear children, I am closer to you in the storm than you can imagine. The enemy would have you believe that you are abandoned, but the truth is that you are sheltered in the shadow of my wings. Let the imagery of the lighthouse remain in your heart. The waves strike it again and again, but it does not fall. Why? Because its foundation is set on rock. Its stones are not shaken by every tide. Its light is fueled from within, never extinguished by the storm. That is the image I want you to hold of my love for you. I am your lighthouse, your safe harbor, your unfailing guide. The world may rage, but I stand firm. And my light is always shining, even when clouds seem to hide it from your eyes. My dear children, I call you to rest in me. I call you to lay your head against my chest and feel the steady rhythm of my heart that beats for you. I call you to let go of the burdens you were never meant to carry alone. Place in my hands the fear of tomorrow, the sorrow of yesterday, and the weight of today. For I am your refuge not only in moments of crisis, but in every breath you take. Some of you are afraid of what lies ahead. You look at the horizon and see dark clouds forming again, and your heart sinks. But hear me, I am already in your tomorrow. I am already walking before you, clearing the path, making a way where there seems to be none. When you arrive at tomorrow, you will find me waiting, just as I am with you now. Do not waste your strength worrying about the storms to come. Instead, anchor yourself in my unchanging presence. Others of you look back and see only wreckage from storms past. You see failures, losses, wounds, and you fear they define you. But my dear children, I redeem what the storm has broken. I rebuild what has been torn down. I restore what has been stolen. Do not let your past storms bind you in fear. Let them become testimonies of my deliverance. Let them remind you that you have already survived what once seemed impossible, and you did so because I carried you. Lift your eyes now. Look to me, your lighthouse in the night. Hear the steady call of my voice above the storm. Feel the strength of my arms around you. Rest in the truth that no storm, whether within you or around you, can remove you from my love. You are mine, and I am yours. And nothing, no storm, no wave, no wind, will ever change that. My dear children, let your heart find stillness now. Breathe in my peace. Drink deeply of my presence. Trust in my promises. For I am your refuge and your fortress, your very present help in every trouble. And though storms may rise again, my love will forever be your shelter. My dear children, I desire for you to know not only my refuge in the storm, but also the restoration that comes after. Storms may strip away, storms may batter and break, but they cannot take what I place within you. For I am the one who restores the years the locusts have eaten. I am the one who brings beauty from ashes. I am the one who takes broken vessels and makes them shine with my glory. After the storm has passed, notice how the earth seems washed clean. The air is clearer, the grass greener, the flowers refreshed with dew. So too do I cleanse and refresh your soul. The storm that frightened you becomes the rain that nourishes you. The trial that shook you becomes the testimony that strengthens you. My dear children, even your wounds are not wasted, for I use them to teach you compassion, to grow your faith, and to deepen your trust in me. Think of the rainbow that arcs across the sky after heavy rain. It is not only a symbol of beauty, but of promise. Long ago, I set my bow in the clouds as a covenant with Noah, declaring that never again would the waters overwhelm the earth. That rainbow remains as a sign of my faithfulness. And when you see it, remember, I am a God who keeps promises. Even now, I am placing a rainbow over your life, a reminder that storms are not forever and that my mercy endures. My dear children, some of you carry scars from storms past. You look at those scars with shame, with sorrow, with regret, but I tell you, see them instead as marks of survival, as evidence that you were not destroyed. Each scar is a testimony that though the waves rose high, they could not drown you, for I held you. Though the winds struck fiercely, they could not uproot you, for I planted you deeply. Though the night was long, the dawn still came, for I am faithful. Let me restore your joy, my children. Joy is not the absence of storms. It is the assurance of my presence in them. Joy springs from knowing that even when everything else shakes, I do not. Joy flows like a river from my throne, refreshing all who drink from it. Open your heart now, and let my joy rise within you, washing away despair, lifting the heaviness, and filling you with light. Do not be afraid to walk forward after the storm. I know sometimes you feel fragile, hesitant, unsure if another wave will rise. But my dear children, I walk with you. Just as I guided Israel through the wilderness with a pillar of fire and cloud, I will guide you through your tomorrow. I will be your light in the night and your shelter in the heat of day. You need not stumble, for my hand is steady. You need not fear, for I go before you and behind you. Think of a child learning to walk again after being knocked down. The child's legs tremble, but the parent's hands hold steady. That is how I lead you after a storm. You may feel weak, but my strength steadies you. You may feel uncertain, but my love secures you. You may feel afraid, but my peace surrounds you. Step by step, you will walk again, and soon you will run, renewed with the vigor of hope. My dear children, storms can also clear away what you did not need. Just as strong winds strip trees of dead branches, so do trials strip away the things that weighed you down. Some relationships, some habits, some fears that once clung to you are shaken loose, and though the loss may sting, it makes room for new growth. Trust that I know what to prune and what to preserve. Trust that I am the gardener of your soul, cultivating life in every season. I want you to see the storm not as your enemy, but as a servant of my purpose. It cannot destroy you, for you are mine. It can only drive you deeper into my embrace. And when you emerge from it, you will shine with a strength you did not have before. Others will see and marvel, and you will be able to comfort them with the comfort you yourself received from me. Do not keep your testimony silent, my dear children. Speak of how I sheltered you, how I calmed you, how I brought you through. For in your story, others will find hope for their own storms. You are not meant to hide my light, but to let it shine. Just as a lighthouse guides weary sailors to safe shores, so too will your testimony guide others to me. Take heart, my dear children, for the storm has not disqualified you. It has not diminished your worth. It has not lessened my love for you. If anything, it has revealed more clearly the depth of my faithfulness. You are still chosen, still precious, still called by name. Nothing has changed my plans for you. Nothing has stolen your destiny. Nothing has erased your place in my heart. Now rest again in my presence. Let the hush of peace settle like dawn over your weary soul. Hear the stillness after the storm, a sacred silence filled with my love. Feel the warmth of my embrace, steady and unchanging. Know that I am God, your refuge, your fortress, your safe harbor in every storm. And as you go forward, carry this truth. You will never walk alone, for I am with you always, even to the end of the age. My dear children, breathe deeply of my Spirit now. With every breath, let fear leave you, let peace fill you, let hope rise in you. I am your Father, and I will not fail you. I am your refuge, and I will not forsake you. I am your God, and I will always love you. My dear children, I want you to understand that my refuge is not only for moments of crisis. It is not something you must wait for when the storm rises suddenly. My refuge is your dwelling place every day, in the calm as much as in the chaos. I do not want you to live as though peace is fleeting and storms are inevitable. I call you to live in the constant shelter of my presence where storms cannot shake you, because you are already anchored in me. Each morning, when the light of dawn breaks through your window, I am there. Each evening, as the shadows lengthen and the day fades, I am there. Every moment between is filled with my watchful care, whether you feel it or not. My dear children, make it your practice to turn to me not only when the waves rise high, but when the waters are still. In the quiet, seek my face. In the ordinary, listen for my whisper. In the small moments, learn to rest in me. And then when storms do come, your heart will already know where to find shelter. Think of a bird building its nest. It does not wait for the storm to begin before seeking a safe place. It chooses a sturdy branch, hidden and secure, so that when the rains fall, its nest will remain unshaken. In the same way, I invite you to build your nest in me, to anchor your life in my word and presence. Then when winds blow, you will not scramble in panic, for you will already be sheltered in my love. My dear children, I know the world around you speaks constantly of fear. News reports, voices of doubt, and whispers of the enemy try to convince you that danger surrounds you at every side. But I speak a different word. I am your fortress. A fortress does not only provide safety in a single battle. It is a permanent stronghold, a dwelling where you may abide continually. Do not step in and out of my refuge as though it were temporary. Live within it always. Imagine yourself walking each day through the halls of a great fortress. The walls rise high, unshakable, guarding you from harm. The gates are strong. No enemy can force them open. Inside, you are at rest. You do not need to look over your shoulder in fear, for the fortress surrounds you. My dear children, that fortress is my presence. Wherever you go, you carry the security of my Spirit within you. You are not exposed. You are enclosed by my love. This is why I say to you, abide in me. Do not run only when you are in danger. Walk with me always. Speak with me through your day. Share with me your smallest joys and your deepest aches. I am not a refuge only for the great calamities. I am also a safe place for the smallest sigh. Nothing is too small for my care, nothing too ordinary for my love. My dear children, when you walk daily in awareness of my refuge, storms will lose their power to terrify you. The enemy may roar, but you will not tremble. Fear may whisper, but you will not listen. Trials may come, but you will not be moved, for your soul will already be rooted deeply in me, like a tree planted by streams of water that does not wither when heat comes, nor tremble when winds blow. Consider how my Son taught his disciples to pray, not only in times of need, but daily. Give us this day our daily bread. Daily bread, daily peace, daily strength. I provide not only in moments of desperation, but every morning when you rise. Take what I give each day, and you will never be empty. My dear children, many of you live with a constant undercurrent of anxiety, even when no storm is visible. You fear what may come. You wait for the other shoe to fall. You brace yourself for disaster. But I did not create you to live in such torment. I created you to live in peace, to dwell in my love, to walk freely under the shelter of my wings. Cast off the habit of fear. Learn the rhythm of rest. I am not a God of panic, but of peace, not of chaos, but of calm. Learn to dwell in my word. Let it be the song you wake to, the thought you carry, the truth you rest upon. For my word is not shaken by storms. It is eternal, unchanging, living, and active. When doubts come, speak my word. When fear rises, declare my promises. When darkness falls, shine my truth. This is how you build your life upon the rock and not the sand, so that when rains descend and floods rise, your house stands firm. My dear children, I also remind you that my refuge is not only for you as individuals, but for you as my family. When you gather with others in my name, when you lift your voices in prayer and praise, you build one another up as living stones in a great house of refuge. Do not isolate yourself in the storm. Seek the company of my people, for they too are places of shelter, channels of my love, reflections of my light. Think again of the lighthouse. Its light does not shine for itself. It shines to guide others. In the same way, your life becomes a refuge for others when you carry my peace. Those around you, tossed by waves of fear, will see the calm within you and be drawn to it. Through you, they will find me. My dear children, let your refuge in me overflow, so that others may find shelter in your presence. I tell you these things not to burden you with duties, but to invite you into joy. The more you dwell in me, the lighter your load will feel, for I will carry it. The more you trust me daily, the more free your heart will become, for I will lift every fear. The more you rest in me, the more radiant you will shine, for my spirit will fill you like a lamp, unquenchable, even in the darkest night. My dear children, hear my final word in this moment. You are safe. You are loved. You are held. No storm can take you from my hand. No trial can undo my promises. No enemy can break my fortress. Live in this truth, breathe in this peace, and walk daily under the shelter of my wings. For I am your refuge today, tomorrow, and forever. My dear children, linger with me a little longer. Do not rush away from this moment, for I am pouring out my peace upon you, like gentle rain falling on thirsty ground. You have walked with me through the storm. You have felt the crashing of waves and the trembling of the earth, but now I draw you into stillness. Breathe deeply of my spirit. Allow my love to settle into the hidden places of your heart. I am here, and I am not leaving you. Do you see the light breaking now through the clouds? What was once heavy and dark begins to scatter. Rays of gold stretch across the sky, and the shadows retreat. That is how my presence moves in your life, my dear children. Where despair once loomed, hope rises like the morning. Where fear once spoke, faith begins to sing. Where sorrow weighed heavily, joy now springs up. For I am the one who makes all things new, the one who calls light out of darkness, the one who leads you into peace. I bless you now with that peace. It is not a fragile peace that fades when trouble comes. It is not the shallow calm of the world, easily broken. It is the deep and abiding peace that flows from my very heart. It is the peace that Jesus spoke of when he said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. This is the peace I lay upon you now, a mantle covering you, a river flowing through you, a fortress surrounding you." My dear children, receive also my encouragement. Some of you have grown weary in your journey. You have stumbled beneath the weight of burdens, and your heart has whispered, "I cannot go on." But I tell you, you can, for you do not walk alone. I am the strength in your steps, the breath in your lungs, the light in your path. When you feel faint, lean into me, and I will carry you. When you falter, I will lift you. When you fear falling, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Think of a father who kneels down to embrace his child after a long day. He gathers the little one close, wraps arms of strength around a frame that is weary and fragile, and whispers, "You are safe now." That is what I do for you, my dear children. I draw you near, press you close to my heart, and remind you that no danger can steal you from my embrace. Rest in my arms now. Let every worry melt away, for you are home in me. Do not measure your worth by the storms you have endured. Measure it by my love, which is without end. You are not defined by your failures, your wounds, or your fears. You are defined by my choice, for I have called you mine. I have carved your name upon the palms of my hands. I have clothed you with garments of salvation, and crowned you with steadfast love. Nothing you have suffered has erased your identity as my beloved child. My dear children, let hope rise again within you. Hope is not a fragile dream or a wish upon the wind. Hope is the anchor of your soul, firm and secure, because it is rooted in my promises. Did I not say, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future"? That promise stands over your life even now. Though storms may come, though the path may wind, my plans for you remain steadfast. Hold on to hope, for it will carry you into the dawn. Look now with the eyes of your heart. Can you see the river flowing clear and bright? This river springs from my throne, waters of life that never run dry. Step into its flow and feel the refreshment wash over you. Every place within you that was dry, every place cracked by sorrow, every place parched by fear, I water it now. Like a garden after rain, your soul will flourish again. You will blossom in my presence, bearing fruit that will not wither, fruit that will bless others, fruit that will glorify my name. My dear children, do not fear the days ahead. I am already there, preparing the way for you. I walk before you as your guide, I walk beside you as your companion, and I walk behind you as your guard. There is no place you can go where I am not. Even if you rise on the wings of the dawn or settle on the far side of the sea, still my hand will lead you, and my right hand will hold you fast. Trust in this, and let fear lose its grip. I bless your mind now with clarity and calm. I bless your heart with courage and compassion. I bless your hands with strength to do good works, and I bless your feet with steadiness to walk in peace. May your home be filled with my presence like incense rising, and may your nights be filled with rest like a child in the arms of a loving Father. When you wake, may you rise renewed, knowing that mercy meets you with every dawn. My dear children, never doubt that you are loved beyond measure. My love for you is higher than the heavens, deeper than the sea, stronger than the fiercest storm. It is the song that will never end, the light that will never fade, the promise that will never be broken. Even when you cannot feel it, even when you cannot see it, my love surrounds you. It is written upon creation itself. It is sealed in the cross. It is proven in the resurrection, and it is poured into your heart through my Spirit. As you leave this time of devotion, carry my peace with you. Let it guide your thoughts, guard your heart, and flow from you to others. Be like the lighthouse you have pictured, standing firm, shining bright, guiding those lost in the storm toward safety. Share with others the comfort you have received. Let your life be a testimony that even in the fiercest winds there is a refuge, and that refuge is found in me. And now, my dear children, before this moment closes, I invite you to help this message of love and peace reach beyond yourself. If these words have touched you, if my presence has comforted you here, gently share this blessing with others. Like a candle that lights another without losing its flame, your sharing will spread my light. You can do this simply by leaving a word of testimony in the comments, by pressing the hand of encouragement through a like, by inviting others to join by subscribing. In doing so, you are not promoting a message of man, but extending the reach of my voice, carrying my comfort to hearts that long for it.